Joined by Emin Egriu. He's a Democratic candidate running for Congress and joins us now from Buffalo in New York State. Good to have you on the show. So how has Bernie Sanders done this?
Oh, he's done it with the popular vote. He's got the young generation out there fighting for the right causes. This is today, century of the new revolution that's happening out here in America, and change is what's needed. That's how Trump got elected. And I think that's how Bernie is doing the same thing. And I believe he's going to be definitely the nominee of the Democratic Party.
All right. So you believe he's definitely going to be the nominee, but can he actually beat Donald Trump come this November?
Oh, yes, he can. I see it happening without a problem. Let's not forget, 4 years ago, 2016, when the elections happened, a lot of the Bernie Sanders supporters actually voted for Donald Trump because they wanted change. And Donald Trump made a lot of promises similar to Bernie Sanders during his election, like he was going to make sure that health care was available to all. He has not fulfilled that passion. And he is only concerned about his own conservative ideology. And Bernie is totally the opposite. So I've always said this election is going to be about the left and the right.
You're very confident, Emin. So tell us, what are you expecting for Super Tuesday, March 3rd?
I see the same results, same outcome. Bernie in the front run. I really can't see anybody catching up to him, even if some of those centrists were to drop out after tonight's election. I still can't see it happening. Bernie has the right message. America is finally ready for a healthy America, which I see health care for all happening in the near future. It's going to take time. Everything in America is slow motion when it comes to making big things happen, but I cannot see anybody coming close to him after what's happening in the 3 states recently that have voted.
Okay. And I just want to ask you, Mr. Buttigieg, he made a comment. He said Democrats should take a sober look at the consequences of a Sanders nomination. What do you think he meant by that?
Mr. Buttigieg needs to look in the mirror a little. He's talking about trying to make America accept neutrality and all that, which is one of the best things we could do. But at the same time, he's trying to stay centrist because he's got a lot of PAC supporting him. I like Mr. Buttigieg. I think he has a great future in front of him, but I cannot see him being our president in the near future. I think he has to go back and come up with his own ideas. And from listening to him over his election, feels like he's been brushed up, educated to sound like a president candidate. It's totally different than Obama. Obama was passionate about what he came forth with. He sent his message true, and that's how he got elected. Buttigieg, if he was using his own personal passion to become out the candidate that he should have been, he could have had this, but I can't see him moving forward.
Interesting. I mean, I want to go back to one of your earlier comments. You're very confident that Bernie Sanders will beat Donald Trump. Could anything change from here till November?
It's going to be tough to change it. I see the people here in my district in Western New York. There's a lot of centrist, conservative Democrats that have been running the show for many years. But what's happening is the people are just tired of status quo, just like the Republicans were tired of status quo. Even we still see that going on in Washington. America is changing the page. The true Constitution is going to come back and override all this chaos that's been happening in the last 20, 30 years. We lost touch with the voters. We're only concerned about the corporate industries, the big banks, the pharmaceutical industries. America is going to lose its base of supporters just because of those steps. And I cannot see anything changing that as passionate as his followers are.
All right. I mean, I will keep following your comments. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Emin Egriu live for us there from Buffalo in New York State. Pleasure.